Welcome to our first of our stay-at-home Facebook internet interview series. And I am honored to bring you someone that you haven't heard from before, my really good friend, my personal business partner, Laurie Lupo. Hello, Laurie.
Good afternoon, Sarah. So excited to be here with you.
So I talk about you a lot, Laurie, because Laurie, and I talked about Laurie, I think in one of my trainings specifically about turning from like conversation to appointment using technology. And Laurie, I hope it is just unforgettable that you were the one that I put my camera towards while I was getting highlights at my hair salon and went live on camera and sent it to you via Facebook Messenger and said, Laurie, we've been friends for a while, but I got my hairdresser behind me and we're talking about you and we got to meet, girlfriend. Did you think I was crazy?
Crazy might be a little bit strong, but I've got to tell you, it really was amazing to be able to see and hear your energy in the video format versus just having someone send you a text or a message that sounds like what you said, but being able to see your face and feel the energy that you had behind that really made such a difference. That was all that it took when I said, Sarah's right.
And the other thing is, I don't feel like it is like a sales tactic or sales ploy because you now know me that I am just that off the wall. Like that's how I operate every day because I don't have a lot of time. I got 3 kids. There's a lot of things going on. And same with you, but there was something about you from the beginning where I was like, girl, you are not like just a licensed massage therapist. I mean, you have a practice in Massachusetts, although you're living in New Hampshire. We're not that far from each other. But what was that calling for you? Because we get pushback a lot from LMTs that are like their scope of practice. I think we were just talking about this morning. Why did you feel like you needed to branch out into a bigger scope?
Well, I think my story begins probably before I was even licensed to do massage. So I had my own kind of like medical or health hiccups as I was growing up. And part of my whole goal, and I knew even, back in high school times when I was suffering from both sciatica related to doing sports, cheerleading, dance, but also a migraine sufferer. So I was really blessed that my mom was already into a lot of different types of holistic care. So we could really dive deep and talk about what are the things that your body needs, and let's figure out what's going on with your system. So that was kind of the backstory that led to me knowing that I wanted to seek out things that could help not only myself feel better, but how can I share that with the world? So it didn't necessarily mean that I wanted to go full into the medical scene. What was a way that I could do that and pull in a little bit more of the holistic solutions for people? So massage became something that, I'll be honest, I really was originally just planning to do while I wanted to still discover other ways to serve people and help them feel great in their own bodies. And little did I know that that really was going to be a really great platform for me to be able to help other people feel better from their ailments. And through, especially in recent years with my connections with you, really allowed me to open up these other avenues to offer solutions to people because they're looking for them.
Yeah, or just, I mean, even just connections. We talk about that because there's definitely things that are outside of your scope. And I know,
Yeah.
And I think just like you and I and our age and our activity level and, things are going to happen to us. And then you're like, well, I can't play doctor. So, but let me like connect you to someone that actually is one or is a specialist in that field. But there was something that was really different about you when I first sat down with you, had that initial discovery meeting, had some more proposals with you, that you were also seeking out not just the health and wellness side of things, but also the business side of things. You were in a business and branding course that you continue to stay within that tribe. How was nutraMetrix checking off some of those boxes for you?
I couldn't have been more excited. I don't think I was able to really even put down into words some of the things that would have helped be a great support system for myself. So once we really started to talk about some of the things that nutraMetrix had available for me, it really opened up this kind of whole new chapter for me to see. And the support that we get, in the trainings with the doctors that we have access to. And as I often joke with my clients, and you and I have joked about as well, I don't have all the answers, and I'm certainly no doctor. But what we can do, as you mentioned, is let's find out the answers together. So there's such this great piece of the support and the learning that really made nutraMetrix extra special. And my clients love that too. We don't know the answers, but let's talk to people who do, or connect you to the next person you should be working with.
I hope that this video lives on longer than just for today and for the next week. And I know, even though you're not open right now, and we'll get to that, but you then were really creative in some of the ways that you package nutraMetrix. Can you talk about that a little bit, how you exposed it to your clients?
Yes, which is so exciting. So I'll say, prior to nutraMetrix, what it looked like for me is one of the things I often talked about. So as a massage therapist, one of the things I see most often is people talking about aches and pains, and this muscle is uncomfortable, I have all of this tension. And so prior to nutraMetrix, I used to be able to say to my clients, let's look at magnesium and why this benefits the body. We can look at all of the research and data that's already out there. We know that there are athletes, pro athletes, that are doing Epsom salt soaks, and let's talk about the science behind why. So what that led to was me saying to my clients, let's see if this is something that you can do at home that costs you not much money, very little effort, but can help you reach your goals faster. So prior to nutraMetrix, we used to say, let's go get you some Epsom salts, go grab yourself some magnesium. But I didn't have a brand that I knew enough information about that I could stand behind. So that was the major game changer for me, is that once I connected with you, I had the chance to say, this is a company that I've researched not only what's in their product, but we can talk about why they're doing it in the way that they do it. And that's something that not only I can stand behind, but now these are the products that I take myself. And again, that added and why. So that was really special for me to be able to offer that to my clients, and not say, go into CVS and you can close your eyes and kind of go, maybe that one, and I like that label, but not understanding why they were choosing what they were choosing. So in terms of what I was able to offer once you and I connected, it was really exciting. I had a couple of different ways I was weaving it in. And most recently, over the past year, what I was doing was, when new clients come into the office, not just having them come in for a bodywork session with me, but offering them a package that included other items like the magnesium, so that they can reach their goals faster. And that's what they were looking for. They really were looking for that, even though that was something I was really timid about doing to begin with, really standing behind, looking at what are the goals for your clients or patients and how do you help them get there. So I was so excited to be able to really give more to my tribe by packaging these things together for them.
Let's talk about, so that was where, let me just clarify this.
Yeah.
Was this where when you, if you're a new client, did you package together? Did you end up doing, I know we talked about this. I don't know if we ever followed up with it, about first time clients getting the ice pack. I wish I brought my ice pack to show you. I love your ice pack. The ice pack, and then was it a box of turn down, or did they just get a few packets? I forget how you packaged it together.
A few packets of the turn down with their ice pack. And I actually blended it a couple of different ways. So depending on who the person was and what they expressed to me, the reason was for coming in, for some people, we did do a little bit more and maybe include a little stretching band that they can use at home, maybe a bottle of BioFreeze. So of course, now I'm aware of and also have access to the products that we have kind of back end as well, which I'm sure we'll get into the other side of the business benefit for me, outside of just having a product that I know has got the quality control and the why. But like I said, the better packaging for my clients too.
So huge. And I know, and there were other, I didn't put this in our prep, so we're going rogue here, but let's give everyone some super value, because you have learned some really cool business tips. Can you talk about how even just your little refreshment fridge and snack basket has changed the or the client experience?
It is something that seems like is so small, or maybe in the past I wouldn't look at as something that would be necessary, but exactly what you said, the client experience, to be able to offer not just what is on your service menu or what it is that you do for work, but to make it an entire experience for people. And not just a regular mini fridge, but like go get the one that looks really nice, you know, with the glass door. So the clients can take a peek and look at all these premium beverages that they have access to when they come to see me, or top shelf snack items that they can take with them on the go, because so many people are all over the place these days. So sometimes, you know, moms are coming right from drop off of all the kids, or they're coming straight from work. So being able to really full circle create this full experience. So it's not just that single layer when people come in to work with you.
It's crazy too, because it's like a La Croix, and I mean, which is like, I don't know, when you buy it in bulk, like what, 70 cents, 60 cents, something like that. And like, you know, you do have like really amazing little like nut and snack mixes and like high quality bars, like the RX bars and like the things you want. Like, it's what I want. And you found that like, it's like paid for itself and then some in tips, right? You shared with me. People are like, thank you. Here's $5 for $1 worth of snacks. Yeah.
I only wish I had done it sooner, really. Because I want that for my people too. I really do. And I want it to be that full experience.
And I think that goes also with, you know, the adding in of the nutraMetrix, because people do see it as a cost and an expense. And I know you're wrapping this into, do first time massages cost a little bit more with you? Right. That's how you do it.
Yep.
And I love that model.
Because the way I've packaged it as well is I now include with your first treatment consultation time, which I think is so important. Like, let's block off time so we can sit and talk, not just about what your needs are for today, but what is your activity level like? What are your sleeping positions like? What are the areas that are the most in need? Do you have old injuries? What are your thoughts for going forward? Do we want to create a full treatment and maintenance care plan to talk about you reaching optimum wellness, not just how do we get rid of the fact that I can't move my neck well today because I slept funny? Like, let's really full picture kind of draw out what your story looks like and where you want to go so we can figure out how to get you there the fastest.
I love that. And, you know, it's so different than what most people think, where they say like 20% off first time customers, or, you know, let's offer a coupon for a first time. It's no. You have an investment with me. I'm going to invest in you. And the VIP, the repeat clients are really the ones that are getting the discount, the coupon, the better deal.
That's right. So, and how fun is that to be able to really, when you, it depends the way that you phrase it or want to look at it. Like you just said, instead of saying it costs you more for your first session, it's you're making a bigger investment in yourself, but you're getting more time with me. You're getting products when you leave. And then when you come back, it's at a discounted or a lower rate than your original session.
I want everyone too who's on here, because I just presented recently when I do proposals, switching it from a small, medium, large to a large, medium, small. Because I said for the patient client experience, they really want to know, like, what's the full enchilada? Like, don't just keep every time I come in, it's an upsell, an upsell, an upsell. You feel weird every time. You're like, what's the hidden bill behind it the next time?
Right.
That was my mom's, she just had a pipe burst in her house, and it went from, you know, being one price to the next time the plumber came in, it was a different price. And she's like, I just hope this guy doesn't come back, because it seems like every time he comes back, there's some more numbers added to the bill. And so, you know, if it's feeling like that for my mom with the plumber situation, it's, you know, probably feeling like that when you go in. I know, you know, whether it's like orthodontic work or even body work, or, you know, it's like, God, what am I in for here? So I really love that. Now let's talk about education, because education is so huge, and you were educating yourself. You found things from nutraMetrix before I even sent you things from nutraMetrix. So other than our like mutual girl crush on Dr. Deidre Mason, like what else do you love about it?
I have been so thrilled at how easy it is to access, and the things that just land in your email inbox as well. So even if you and I, like you said, aren't having a direct conversation about things that are upcoming, but these Zooms, the summits, the webinars, and it's so easy to, wherever you are, be able to just log on, dive into all of this. I mean, you know that I'm the self-admitted geek, so I totally love diving into all of these conversations about how we can optimize how we're feeling. And there's so much of that available with nutraMetrix, and it's so exciting for a geek like me.
Okay, so pencil this in, you and everyone else
Yep.
who's on here, Saturday, June 13th, because you would have come with me. You were coming down to DC. I know you would have. And we were going to be all together at the annual convention. And so we're doing a complimentary for everyone in the world. So you can put it out to your network. Let's get Dr. K on. Let's get all of our friends on. We're doing this. It's going to be a 3-hour from 11 to 2. And you're going to meet more success stories like Laurie. You're going to meet some implementation. Dee's going to do a, why nutrition matters now lecture. Really the content we're putting together. So I pencil that out, Saturday.
This is worth so much to so many people. So I hope that we're able to get the word out to everybody that there is going to be so much content and outstanding content jam-packed into this. So I can't wait to see what's going to be on the list.
Yeah. All right. So let's just talk about how we've pivoted a little bit. So this is a little bit with the, short term to long term. And specifically, Laurie, I want to talk about just how you're, who knows? I mean, I was just reading something from, Massachusetts, and you don't know if you're going to be phase 1 or phase 6, or if there's ever going to be a phase that you can roll back out. But you still have a practice despite not being able to do your physical body work. Talk to me a little bit about what that looks like.
Can I just start by saying how exciting is it to be able to say that as someone who in the past, other people might look at that business structure and say, well, you do body work. So what can you do now that you can't put your hands on somebody? So I will just start by saying I am so, so grateful. There's still plenty of stuff that we can all do. And I know you keep using the word connection, and that really has been huge, right? Continuing to show up. And I'm so glad that I created a format over the past couple of years by way of Facebook groups and making sure I'm leaning into my own website or my own business pages and showing up for your people, but creating that, making sure that's there for you. And one of my favorite things I've been able to do, which by the way, I was doing virtually, even while I could still do hands-on work, but how exciting, the detox that we have available. And I'm basically a source of information, and inspiration is really just my role, but everything else is prepackaged from all these great doctors who did all of the research about what items are going to work best for you to detox your system. And it's all set up and ready to go. And I just get to be everybody's cheerleader. And so, I mean, how fun is that job, but still giving people the right things that they need? So here we are. Here I am giving the support to my people and still able to earn virtually, even while my main source of income is shut down temporarily.
And I mean, that's like, they say if you have in business 1,000 raving fans, you have, a business on demand. And I know your practice and your fan base is still growing. But it's growing, and that's the point of it. And it is about having that connection, about just saying, where are you guys at? And you've asked your tribe, okay, please, you have to talk about your night that you did, the innovative way. Please share with the people.
Yes.
Please.
And you were part of the inspiration for that. And what was interesting is I had been kind of working my way through a couple of different ideas about what I thought people wanted, but as you suggested, how important it is to really sit down and start asking people, because there will be plenty of people who will stand up and share with you. So what I heard loud and clear from people was talking about a date night from home. What can I do to still connect with my partner? We can't go out to dinner, or we can't go out to our regular date night. So we did massage at home. So I got my amazing fiance. He had to sit on camera. But what I did is I slowly walked people through a really easy routine about how they can work on their partner from home, and just talking about different ways to make that easier on you being the person giving. in just quick and very successful ways to do a really good job and have it take less out of your body to do it. So everybody had so much fun. I really did not expect the amount of amazing feedback that I had from everybody, but it was through the roof. It really was.
And so everything you touch turns to gold. And you are such a light in such an uncertain time. And you're so constant in such an uncertain time. And that's the thing that just has, felt so strong. I mean, that's why I continue to follow you, not just as a client, as a business partner, as a friend. And, we talk weekly. We've always talked regularly. We've talked more regularly even during this time. And I have to say, guys, like if you're not reaching out and talking to your providers, and, a lot of times, Laurie and I, it's just like, how you doing? How you feeling? What's going on? And, it's just, we've gotten way more in sync. We were preparing for this, and I said, Laurie, we talk every week. We're just going to have a little girl chat. So people want to know all the time, what do I talk to my accounts about? What am I continuing? I don't know. Sometimes we need to talk about things that are business related, and other times we're just figuring out what we're each having for dinner. Because that's a struggle in and of itself.
You're so right. You really are. And it's been great in remembering that we have access to new ways, and our own tribes of people are now open to new ways to connecting with us. So one of the things that I found really helpful to do is that I knew there were certain high level points that people always ask me about, or that we're always talking about in office. And so I just made some quick notes. And then for me, that becomes an easy list of things that I can always refer back to, that I know people want to hear, even if they've heard it from me before. I have people who have my same credentials that are clients of mine. And so we'll always have a little giggle. I'll say, do you still want to hear what my recommendations are for you? And it's 100% across the board. The answer is always yes. Please remind me and share with me. And so remembering that it doesn't always have to be something new, but that people still just want to see your face and hear your voice and continue to hear all of the wonderful things you've been helping them with all along.
Makes me think about when you go see your favorite band in concert and
Yes.
they play the new album and you're like, oh, I want the old stuff. Like, I want to hear the song I've been listening to forever. Like, play the old one again and again and again. And that's the song you want to hear. And that's the one that you're like, your friend that's never seen them in concert. You're like, wait till they play this song, 'cause it's like so good. And I work out with like DVDs, and I've done like the same workouts for years. And I swear, I like, at the point when the trainer makes the same corny joke, like I'm dying laughing every time. And then I'll like have like Ella do it with me, and I'm like, wait till she says this, Ella. Like, I don't even know if Ella cares, And I'm like, it's so funny.
Oh, I love that.
It's so true. Yeah. No, don't think that you can never say things too many times. I think, that oh gosh, I hope everyone re-listens to this and takes some notes, because Laurie has put like years into marketing, into business strategy, into creating communities. And it wasn't from me necessarily. When I met Laurie, it was like, oh, I met someone that speaks my love language. We get it. And we were able to work through things and figure things out together. And when you find someone that's like that, and I'm like, and I have a system. So let's work together on this. So thank you. Thank you for being such a constant for me, and such a great friend, and just enhancing my life. I mean, this is what I say. I say, your vibe will attract your tribe. And despite my crazy first video, we found each other.
I'm so grateful for that. And for all of your support and all of those same wonderful things right back at you. And that's what makes this so exciting too, is that we can do this on multiple different levels and really also help support each other in growth in business, as well as all these other fun things as well.
Yeah. Oh, you're a boss, babe. All right. We're going to let everyone get back to their lunch. So this has been great. Every Friday, we're going to do these at around noon. I think Brandy and I are going to switch off. So I'm kicking it off.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.